Making of Axis Bank. Avinash, want to get in your perspective as well. About Axis Bank in particular, with this management shift, do you see major upsides to the stock going ahead? Brokerages certainly do, the ones that we've heard from, but what's your own take? And when you look at what's happening within the banking space, with PSU banks really falling by the wayside, that much more focus on the private banking space, but how do you pick and choose there?
I think clearly, as far as Axis Bank is concerned, Vikram, I think clearly a management change was long awaited, and I think the announcement of Mr. Amitabh Chaudhary is definitely a big sentiment booster, at least till the time before he resumes duties from January 2019. The stock has actually moved up quite significantly in the last 2 months, so you are going to see some amount of profit booking, but overall the structure seems to be quite positive. Our sense is that now the next, quarter number, market should be closely watching the asset quality number. I think most of the asset quality issues have been completed. In the previous quarter, we saw a big write-off being provided by the Axis, bank management. So clearly, if this number now stabilizes or shows some signs of abating, the market should definitely take this as a positive sign. Our sense is that, this is definitely going to be a stock which is going to get further re-rated, provided, numbers fall in place and we see asset quality getting back into the normal trajectory. Overall, I think it's a buy on decline, but as far as the PSU banks are concerned, Vikram, the bigger issue for them is, bond yields having moved up to almost 8.16% is going to now put a further dent on their treasury profits. And I think most of the PSU banks still are struggling with asset quality issues, poor loan disbursement numbers. So I think there probably the markets may not see very strong numbers, at least for the next 1 or 2 quarters. So I think as of now, it's better to stay away from the PSU banks, despite the fact that they trade at significant discounts to the private sector banks. Our sense is that private sector banks could offer a better choice in this kind of volatile market.
Yes, it certainly seems so, and Axis Bank is your